Neru Raja. In Kannada, Neru means water and Raja means king, king of water. Neeraj has brought in a huge amount of happiness to the entire nation of India through one breakthrough, a feat which only a water can break through any toughest, hardest substance, and it becomes so flexible even to possess his water. Hence he is called the king of water, Neeraj. And that through a javelin throw. I was very much interested in javelin and I used to throw. Javelin throw, you need the stretcher like a water full back and then you move faster and stretch it, penetrates through the wind and the sky and your life and crashes to the extremes. If Neeraj can do that and shake the whole of India, why are our chief ministers and prime minister thinking twice to collect the rainwater, which can bring down a huge amount of pain in the society? They say 1 year collected rainwater, you can use it for 3 years. Why not we have a revolution throughout the length and breadth of the country, at least in the villages, to the poorest of the poor, rainwater. Government has got money to pump in lakhs, 1 lakh crores, 5 lakh crores, they're talking about trillion. That if we put it, water is problem is solved. Solar, the javelin could penetrate the sky in the sun through the sunlight. And if you could collect that solar, and there won't be any electricity board in any villages of India. The loot could have stopped and people could have lived happily. There won't be any robbers or rape happening in the villages because the solar collected will create kattal in the belakinadige from darkness. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Congratulations, Neeraj, for creating a light and forcing me to talk about a thing which connects to the basic reality of our Indian people. Saint Dominic, born on 8th August 1170 in Spain, took Samadhi on 6th August 1221 in Italy, was a Castilian Catholic priest and founder of the Dominican order. Dominic is the patron saint of the astronomers. Saint Dominic said, a man who governs his passions is master of his world. We must either command them or be enslaved by them. It is better to be a hammer than an anvil. Just before Neeraj could throw the javelin, another person who was supposed to be the gold winner, whose throw was more powerful than Neeraj, and it was guaranteed that he was going to get the gold. And we were all decided, the whole nation decided only silver for Neeraj. But the penetrating effect of Neeraj, a man who governs his passions is master of his world, Neeraj has created a passionately love. He must have sat inside his passion and forgotten the world for a second. And when he stretched it up and threw, he could break the person who believed he is already the gold and the world. And the media thought the other person was the gold. But Neeraj could overcome all this, like how Father George, the flowing saint of India, the former director of the Sumanali Leprosy Center, who was moved out, but he refused to even sit for a second. Father George was a non-stop move. He was non-stop running. I even called him. If he has gone to the Olympic could have created a gold, a permanent goal for Father George, because if once Father George runs, he doesn't know when to stop. He never stops, and he never stopped. And then today Father George sends me a message telling, "Look, Guruji, I am back to summon early." I said, "Heaven will shower blessings, flowers on you. You are a saint, the Son of God, a man who governs his passion." Such was the passion of Father George, such was the passion of Neeraj, that the whole country shook in that shake. We must take it forward, not to one goal, because one step leads to 10,000 steps. A man who governs his passions is master of his world. That's what Ramana Maharshi kept on telling. Ask, who am I? Once you understood you are master of your own world, and the whole world attracts you, and you attracts the world. There is nothing to study from the world, because everything is there in you. A man who governs his passion is master of his world. To have your passions, to govern your passion, to have a link with your people. Japanese, before they could start a factory, before they could even buy the land, they appoint a manager, it seems, and takes the manager even to buy the land. So manager knows to govern the land. He knows what is plumbing, electricity, water, everything. Hence, Swami Vivekananda talk to you much before you go to the university, much before you take up a job. Why don't you talk to you? You take yourself to your land, and you understand this body needs electricity, how you control the electricity, water. And then you have got governed, you have a passion. Then that passion is called karma yoga. Keep doing that. Wherever you go, whichever place you go, you will make sure you observe, and you be conscious to absorb everything over there. You become master, and then God will shower flowers from heaven. Yes. A man who governs his passions is master of his world. Hence, Jesus Christ kept on telling, knock and the door shall be open, and people thought the door, no, your door, your passions. So you become your master of your own world. You will not be used by anybody. Yes. We must either command them or be enslaved by them. If you don't use it, someone will else. You use your talent, is your prema, your love. If you love your talent, and the talent is deep inside, you only need to polish them. You don't even have to polish them. It's like a mirror. It's only have the mirror is covered in dust. You have to only take your hand. You don't even need a cloth. Just wipe out the dust, and you can see your passions. That nobody can enslave you. You have allowed them to slave you. It is better to be a hammer than an anvil. Yes, be a master. Yes. Not yielding to pressure tactics. Lead. And you can feel the lead as God, and yield, which yields huge amount of beautiful fruits and flowers. Saint Dominic said, a man who governs his passions is master of his world. Be a master of yourself by loving your wife, your husband, your children, and knotting your family tree, a joint family and family tree. We must either command them or be enslaved by them. It is better to be a hammer than